What's up everyone? A lot of people have requested me to do a walkthrough of the creative map I created called Aang's Journey. So that's what I'll be doing today. So once you spawn, you want to get out of the ball of ice. The jumps are a little glitchy, but there isn't much that I can do about that. So your first instinct might be to go up those ledges and try to take the exit over there. Now, this exit was meant to be a drop into the ocean to kill you, but since I published it, there's been a glitch. It doesn't let you fall. That's okay, because that's not the correct way anyways. What you want to do is, you want to find the canoe and head towards the edge of the map in the direction that the canoe is pointing towards. And there's going to be a hole, and just drop through the hole, and that will lead you to a tunnel covered in ice, which will lead you to the chamber where you'll be mastering water bending. Once you're in the ice cave, you want to head to the chamber where a water bending master will be waiting for you. Now there's a glitch with this part since I published it where I can't deal damage with the pickaxe to the sentry. A friend of mine did this and he said he was able to kill the sentry with no issues. So if you do happen to have this glitch, don't worry, you can still open the chest without having to kill the sentry. The sentry has very low accuracy, so if you keep jumping around, you'll be able to avoid his shots. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that in this game, if you find that any exit is obvious, it is probably not the correct way. For example, that one seems quite obvious, and it will lead you to a bunch of traps. But over there at the corner, you'll see a little cave with a ledge leading up to the other chamber that you first started in. So you want to follow that ledge and find where it starts. And once you get there, you can see that the ledge starts over there and you have to jump up on the icebergs. And you can get there by jumping up on this small land first, and then to the larger one, and then can't believe I couldn't make that jump. As you can see, I'm quite bad doing my own map, but if you keep trying, you'll make it. Just jump from lamp to lamp, to this little ledge over there. Here. Now this jump is a little glitchy, but if you take a few steps back, you can definitely make it. Once you get to the top, you simply move from iceberg to iceberg, jumping to the closest one that you can, and that will eventually lead you to the ledge. Alright, so now that you're in the Fire Kingdom, you'll notice that there are sentries on the left side of the river. Now, a friend of mine realized that you can actually take cover through bushes and trees and make it past these sentries, but that's my bad. It was unintentional. You weren't meant to be able to pass through these sentries. I've posted an updated code in the description where I fixed a lot of these issues. So you can go up the volcano, but that will cause you to skip a whole section of the game. So if you want to play the whole thing, don't go towards the sentries and instead take this cave on the right side of the river. Take a look at that view as well. Now, you don't actually have to take the plane. Wow, what a glitch. You don't have to take the plane. It's a relatively short walk. The plane is just there for the story. It's meant to be Appa from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it can make your journey a little shorter, but you don't have to take it. Once you enter the Earth Kingdom, there are 3 possible ways you can go. This one, where the houses are, is just a bunch of empty houses with traps in them. That's not the way out. This one over here is just a dead end that leads nowhere. So you want to go into the gold cave, and there will be a little narrow tunnel that you can take through to enter the golden cave. Once you enter the golden cave, there will be a earthbending master waiting to train you. Now, once again, I can't deal damage to this guy with a pickaxe, but it's still possible to open the chest without getting hit. Drinking the shields just in case he hits me. Now that you have a pistol, you can easily take down the sentry. So, to get out of the ice cave, there's a staircase that goes up towards the giant hole on the roof, but going all the way up and taking the way out of that giant hole is just a dead end. What you want to do is take this little exit on the right side of the stairs that will drop you into a forest. Now, in the forest, you'll notice a bunch of glowing cubes. So you want to follow these glowing cubes. When you're standing on one, you should be able to spot the next one without going far. So if you just follow these cubes from one to the other, that will eventually lead you to the exit. Now this one's probably the trickiest one. You can't see it clearly. You have to kind of jump to get a glimpse of it between those two trees. But once again, you don't have to move far away from the original glowing cube. You just kind of have to stand there and jump and look around. And that will lead you to the exit. Now this part is just a bunch of bounce pads. There's no real strategy or hints to it. You kind of have to be lucky and remember which path you took. So if you die, you don't have to waste time trying it again. And at the end of it, there will be a launch pad, which I'm terrible at using. But if you go up the launch pad, that will take you back to the Fire Nation. And this time you'll have a pistol to clear the sentries and move up the volcano. Once you clear the sentries, you can move up the volcano, taking the stairs with the lights leading up the path. Once you're going up here, you have to pay attention to the lights leading up to you, because at some point they're going to end. And the last light, as you can see, is kind of fallen off, and it's at an angle. Right there, there's a very small entrance that if you crouch, you can go through, which will take you into the volcano. But the Fire Lord won't be there because he will know about your invasion plan, and he has left. So you have to keep searching for him. This part is just, once again, another maze where you have to kind of take chances and remember the path that you took. I'm really bad for some reason at jumping into these launch pads, but once you go up them, you will enter the Western Air Temple. And I think this is a really cool part. You have to grab a glider and jump through the temples. Now if you try to fly across, there's an elimination zone, so it will kill you. You want to go to the towers right below you and start on the floor that has many lights, and keep following the small lights. You start at the top floor over there, land on the floor that has the light on, and then just keep following the lights. So there's another one. To get there, you have to go up this vine that has another light. So you just crawl up, jump, make sure you open your glider each time, because it's very likely that you'll fall if you don't. There's another light. So in this part, there's a vine separating the two sides of the balcony, so you want to land on the correct side because there's no way from one side to the other. And then you can enter the temple. There will be some more gliders. For some reason, infinite ammo doesn't work with gliders, so I have to put some refreshers here and there. Make sure you refresh every chance you get. You don't want to run out of gliders halfway through. Um, then once you finish that little maze, you get some dynamites, which are mostly symbolic for mastering firebending. There's another light over there, but it's too high, so you want to kind of look to the left where there will be another light. And you can take the vine up. There you will see another one. So you can jump on that ledge over there. It's kind of a difficult jump, but if you just keep trying a few times, you'll eventually get it. Once you're up there, just move through the ledge to the top floor of the next tower and just keep following the lights. Now this is probably one of the most difficult jumps. Light is the second lowest floor, but be careful because the trap above can get you on the way, so you kind of want to swirl around it before you land. And this next light is not on a building at all. It's actually way down on some vines, so you want to glide through and land on those vines over there. Once you land, you jump on to the next one, make sure you don't fall, and move to the very tip. And this last light is all the way across where there's a little ledge, so you want to jump, make it as far as you can, and land on that ledge. Make sure you turn back and take a look at that amazing view. Alright, now you've made it out of the air temples. You can go down, get a checkpoint, and grab a car. When you have the car, try not to boost with it on hills, because you might fly off into the ocean. I put barriers at the very edge of the map so you won't get sent to the lobby, but you just die. That was a very close save. I had to boost there. And then there's a chest with some shockwave grenades and gliders, which are essential for defeating the Fire Lord. Here you want to drink all your shields and max out on health, because the final battle is waiting for you. So when you're full on shields, just take the launch pads one by one, and that will lead you to the Fire Lord. Once you get to the Fire Lord, the battle will start immediately, and the Fire Lord will start shooting rockets at you non-stop. So you want to throw shockwave grenades and glide from column to column. You have to drink your shields, because if he hits you, you might die if you're not full shield. So you can try to kill him with your pistol, but it's going to be difficult. So what you want to do is find this one column that's completely covered, and there's a llama inside. So once you're there, the Fire Lord is going to keep shooting rockets at you, but you won't take any damage. So you can just open the llama, grab a quad launcher, and then max out on shields, heal, whatever you have to do, you're safe inside. Throw the shockwaves and keep shooting quad crashers at the sentry. So if you touch the lava, you die. So don't. You have to stay on top of the columns. And just keep repeating shockwave grenades and quad launcher one after the other, and you'll eventually get the Fire Lord. Okay, now that you have defeated the Fire Lord, open the chest, take his bending away. There will be grapplers to make it easier for you to get to the end zone, and there you go. You have successfully defeated the Fire Lord and restored balance to the world. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more awesome creative content, make sure you subscribe and enter my support to creator code in the item shop, and I'll see you guys next time.